10 Things to Know About Vladimir Putin. Since Joseph Stalin, Vladimir Putin, born in 1952, has presided over Russia as either its president or prime minister for more than 2 decades. Territorial conflicts in Eastern Europe, liberal economic reform, restrictions on political liberties, and a cult of personality centered on Putin's image as a action man have all been features of his tenure in office. Putin has led a life of contrasts away from the spotlight. He grew up in poverty in 1950s and 1960s St. Petersburg but now resides in a rural castle complex valued at more than $1 billion. His personality also exhibits comparable contrasts. Putin claims to have served as a KGB officer during the Cold War. Here are 10 facts about Vladimir Putin. 1. He was born into poverty. At age 17, Putin's parents wed. A grenade during World War II damaged and eventually paralyzed his father, while his mother was detained and nearly starved to death during the Leningrad siege. Viktor and Albert, 2 brothers who passed away during the siege of Leningrad in infancy, respectively, preceded the birth of Putin in October 1952. Putin's mother cleaned test tubes and swept streets after the war, while his father went to work in a factory. Several other families in the family shared an apartment. There were a lot of rats and allegedly no hot water. 2. He wasn't the best pupil. Putin was chosen to attend Leningrad School No. 281, which only admitted the best students from the city, in the 9th grade. Putin's gradebook was purportedly later discovered by a Russian newspaper. According to the report, Putin throws chalkboard erasers at the kids, doesn't do his math homework, behaves badly during singing class, and talks in class. He was also discovered distributing notes, and he frequently got into arguments with the gym teacher and older students. He had an interest in a career with the KGB while still in school. He applied to law school in an effort to increase his chances of being chosen after learning that the organization didn't accept volunteers and instead hand-selected its members. He received his degree from Leningrad State University in 1975. 3. He allegedly smashed judo records. Putin began training in judo when he was 11 years old and switched to sambo, a Russian martial art, at the age of 14. He won tournaments in both sports in Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, and in 2012, he became the first Russian to receive the 8th Dan, a martial arts ranking system, of the black belt. He co-authored the Russian book Judo with Vladimir Putin as well as the English book Judo, History, Theory, Practice. Putin's martial arts prowess has been contested by Benjamin Witz, editor of Lawfare and a black belt in both Taekwondo and Aikido, who claims that there is no video evidence of Putin making any remarkable judo moves. 4. He enrolled in KGB. After earning his legal degree, Putin accepted a career in administration with the KGB. Under the alias Plotov, he attended the KGB's Foreign Intelligence Institute in Moscow. He spent 15 years working for the KGB, traversing all of Russia, before being transferred to Dresden, East Germany, in 1985. He advanced through the KGB's ranks until he attained the rank of lieutenant colonel. The Berlin Wall did, however, fall in 1989. Putin departed the KGB 2 years after the Soviet Union fell apart. But Putin's interactions with the KGB were not to end there. In 1998, he was made the leader of the FSB, a new KGB. 5. After the KGB, he started his political career. After his career in the KGB, he held a short post at Leningrad State University before entering politics. He was a respected clerk and by 1994 held the title of deputy mayor under Anatoly Sobchak. After completing his mayoral term, Putin moved to Moscow to join the president's staff. He took over as deputy commissioner in his 1998, then moved to head the Federal Marshal Service and was promoted to prime minister in 1999. Shortly before the turn of the century, then-President Boris Yeltsin resigned and appointed Putin as acting president. Yeltsin's opponents were preparing for the June 2000 elections. However, with his resignation, presidential elections were held in March 2000 for him. There, Putin won his first vote with his 53% share of the vote. It was launched on May 7, 2000. 6. I Love the Beatles. In 2007, British photographer Plato was asked to portray Putin in Time magazine's Person of the Year issue. "You?" and Putin said, "I love the Beatles. saying his favorite song was "Yesterday." 7. He owns a palace in the woods. Putin's giant house, called Putin's Palace, is an Italian palace complex on the Black Sea coast in Russia's Krasnodar region. The complex includes the main building, approximately 18,000 square meters in area, an arboretum, a greenhouse, a heliport, an ice palace, a church, an amphitheater, a guest house, a petrol station and an 80-meter bridge in the mountains with a tasting room. Special tunnel. Inside you'll find a swimming pool, spa, sauna, Turkish bath, shops, warehouse, reading room, music lounge, hookah bar, theater and cinema, wine cellar, casino and about 12 rooms. The master bedroom is 260 square meters. Construction costs are estimated at around 100 billion rubles, $1.35 billion, in 2021 prices. 8. He has at least 2 children. Putin married Lyudmila Shklevneva in 1983. The couple had 2 daughters, Maria and Katerina, who were rarely mentioned by Putin and never seen by the Russians. In 2013, the couple announced their divorce on mutual grounds, saying they hadn't seen each other enough. Foreign tabloids have reported that Putin had at least 1 child who was a former rhythmic gymnast turned parliamentarian, a claim Putin denies. 9. He was twice nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Putin persuaded Assad to hand over Syrian weapons peacefully, as opposed to other options of aggressive intervention, due to his friendly relations with Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. For this he was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize in his 2014. He has also been nominated for the 2021 Nobel Peace Prize. Nominations did not come from the Kremlin. Instead, it was reportedly submitted by controversial Russian author and socialite Sergei Komkov. 10. I love animals. Putin has several pet dogs and it is said that he likes to be photographed with different animals. The many pictures of animals and Putin can be roughly divided into 3 categories. Loving pet owner with many dogs. An impressive keeper with horses, bears and tigers. Siberian crane or Siberian, he is a savior of endangered species such as bears.